The room smelled of old books and tea. Arthur, an old man with wise eyes, sat across from his granddaughter, a young woman lost in her career and friendships. She asked, "Grandpa, how did you know what to do with your life?" He smiled and told her about a garden he once tended, about waiting for seeds to sprout, losing tomatoes to frost, and sharing his first harvest. At first, she wondered what gardening had to do with her digital marketing job. But as he spoke, she realized he was talking about life, planting effort, enduring setbacks, and finding joy in small successes. In that quiet room, a story became a lesson. Elder wisdom doesn't come as a manual or a 5-step plan. It arrives in memories, in the gentle cadence of a voice that's seen it all. The young woman left with a new peace. Her job and challenges remained, but her perspective shifted. She saw her career as a garden to tend, not a destination she'd failed to reach. She understood that time, patience, and even failure are part of the process. True fulfillment, she realized, is found in nurturing something and watching it grow. The old man hadn't given her advice. He'd given her a new way to see her own story. Sometimes, the quietest voices carry the deepest truths. In a noisy world, elder wisdom is the echo we need to hear. And sometimes, a story is all it takes to change a life. Elder wisdom is the sum of a life lived, knowledge you can't Google. In our rush for the new, we forget the value of the old. We see wrinkles and gray hair, but miss the library of stories behind them. Our world celebrates speed and innovation, but elder advice is rooted in patience and simplicity. Their wisdom is quiet, easily overlooked in a world of noise. The real loss isn't just missing advice, it's losing our connection to humanity. Elder wisdom connects generations, grounding us in our shared story. We pay for mentors and self-help, but often the best guides are right beside us, asking only for a cup of tea and a listening ear. Their lessons are lived realities, not theories. The treasure we seek is often already in our living rooms. All we have to do is listen. We chase complicated solutions, but elders know the most profound truths are simple. They've learned what matters when all the noise fades away. In work, they remind us, find pride in what you do, value the people you work with. Ambition isn't about titles, it's about contribution. In relationships, they teach, be the first to forgive, show up when it matters. Love and friendship aren't about perfection, but presence. These truths are tested by decades, not trends. At our core, we all want to be loved, useful, and seen. Elder wisdom quiets anxiety, reminding us what's truly important. It's a compass pointing to what lasts. In a world of distractions, their clarity is a gift. Sometimes, the simplest truths are the ones we need most. Picture a porch swing at sunset, an elder beside you, conversation unhurried. They share lessons about worry. I've worried about 1,000 things. Most never happened. Their perspective teaches us that worry steals joy from the present. They help us see the difference between planning and being imprisoned by fear. Elders also know the true value of time. They remind us, don't wait to call, to visit, to say what matters. Time is precious and fleeting. Another lesson, self-compassion. Elders look back with kindness, seeing mistakes as teachers, not failures. You did the best you could with what you knew, they say. They offer us the grace to forgive ourselves and accept our imperfections. Life isn't a performance. It's a story, messy and beautiful. On that porch swing, wisdom is passed down in the quietest moments. The lessons are simple. Worry less, cherish time, be kind to yourself. These are the truths that last. Sometimes the best advice is given in silence, with a gentle smile. And sometimes that's all we need. Modern life is a blur. Fast, efficient, and often lonely. We measure worth in likes and notifications, but wisdom is hard to find. Our elders grew up in a world of handwritten letters and face-to-face conversations. Patience was a necessity, and community was built on real connections. Elder wisdom bridges these worlds. It doesn't ask us to abandon the present, but to integrate old values into new lives. Elders show us how to find community offline, value real conversations, and practice patience. They're not relics, they're translators, helping us find meaning now. Technology connects, but also isolates. Elder wisdom reminds us, use tools, don't be ruled by them. True efficiency is doing the right things, not just more things. By listening, we keep timeless values alive. That's how we find meaning in a modern world. When a factory closed in Maria's small town, despair set in. The young wanted to leave, but Maria, 80, called a meeting. She didn't offer a business plan. She told a story of surviving the Great Depression through kindness and shared skills. Her story reminded everyone they'd faced hardship before and survived together. Inspired, the town found new ideas and hope. Maria's wisdom didn't solve everything, but it gave them a foundation for resilience. Across the world, elders are keepers of these stories. They remember old ways, past struggles and triumphs. A grandfather teaches patience through fishing. A neighbor shows how to preserve food. These aren't grand gestures, but threads that weave communities together. Elder wisdom builds strength and self-reliance. It's the foundation on which we stand. And it's passed on, one story at a time. We look for mentors in high places, but often overlook the quiet mentors around us, our elders. Their mentorship isn't about career success, but about living well. Over kitchen tables and walks, they teach us the art of friendship, loyalty, forgiveness, showing up. They show that friendship is a garden needing care. In work, they model reliability and integrity, teaching that pride comes from effort, not praise. Their actions speak louder than words. Elders teach resilience by living it, showing us that scars are symbols of survival. By sharing their stories, they transform our pain into perspective. They mentor us in the art of living. Their lessons build character, not just resumes. The quietest mentors often leave the deepest marks. All we have to do is notice. We chase big achievements thinking happiness is a distant prize. Elders know the secret. Happiness is found in small, everyday moments. The first sip of coffee, the warmth of the sun, a call from a loved one. These are the joys that fill a life. They haven't given up on dreams. They've learned that big moments are rare. A life built on small joys is a life filled with gentle happiness. Elder wisdom teaches gratitude, focusing on what we have, not what we lack. They know true wealth is a roof, a meal, a friend. Happiness is found in connection, not consumption. The best memories aren't about things, but about moments shared. Family dinners, walks on the beach, reading to a child. These are what matter. Elders remind us to invest in relationships, not possessions. Their wisdom is a guide to lasting joy. Sometimes happiness is simply noticing the small things. In the end, we all face the same final chapter, something our world tries to ignore. Elders, living closer to that chapter, offer one last lesson: how to approach the end with grace and peace. Maury Schwartz, my old professor, taught me that dying isn't useless. It's a chance to teach, to love, to share wisdom until the end. Elders show us that life's value is measured by depth, not length. When we listen, we learn to live more fully, prioritizing what matters, forgiving more, loving deeper. Their perspective on death is life-affirming, a wake-up call to embrace every moment. They teach us to live with purpose, not panic. Let's seek out these connections. Sit with elders, ask for their stories, offer our attention. In return, we receive their wisdom, a legacy of love and resilience. The lessons are waiting in quiet rooms and on porch swings. The last great lesson: a life well lived is a life well loved. That's a lesson worth learning. In the end, it's not about how long we live, but how deeply we love. Elder wisdom is a gift, one we can all receive if we just listen. And that, perhaps, is the greatest story of all.